Now let's just talk about Bikaji. Now this one obviously is a fairly newly listed company, but we've seen that in the recent shareholding, there is a lot of interest that has come in from mutual funds over here. A lot of buying, new names have come in of mutual funds entering as well. What is making it so interesting? Let's bring on board the management. We have Manoj Verma, CEO of the company, as well as Rishabh Jain, CFO at Bikaji Foods International, joining in with us this afternoon. A very good afternoon to you, gentlemen. And the first question I obviously want to ask is about this new interest that is coming in. Obviously, mutual funds have started increasing their stake. Could you tell us what are the promises you're making to investors? What is it that is getting them attracted? What would you tell your investors?
So it's not about promise, it's about opportunity basically. This industry is very good. So we are lucky that we are in the right industry, right time. So this industry is growing at 13-14% type of growth, right? And we being a dominant player in this industry, top 2, top 3 player. So we want to grow at the same pace. So it's a big opportunity for us also. It's all about execution, how we do good execution. Result will just outcome.
How has the volume growth panned out so far, and what would you tell from the visibility point of view as far as volume growth is concerned?
I think year has started very well, both in terms of value and volume. This would be a year which is slightly different than the yesteryears, wherein the volume growth and value growth are more or less in line with each other.
Right, Manoj, just one more point is, if you could quantify this growth for us, and is it high teens or could we expect the 20 to 25% mark?
Yeah, so it's high teen. That's the number what we're getting. And the way what the category is behaving, the market is responding. I think this would be a continued growth because when the prices, the commodity prices are low, company tends to pass the benefits to the consumer, and this passing on these benefits to consumer, what we have witnessed is that has seen increased consumption. So those are the positive signs, and that's what we are looking forward.
Manoj just spoke about the commodity price softening, and we have seen it in the industry. Are you passing it on to consumers to what level, and are you retaining it back on your margins actually will expand? So what's happening on that front?
So see, bottom line is most important for us. And we have seen good softening of prices of key edible oil or key crops. So crop price is largely stable this year. So we will see reasonably good margin this year compared to last year.
Okay, and Rishabh, also, is that a worry in terms of the monsoon progress? Is that a bothersome? Because it obviously did start late. Would that be a concern in terms of, what would it be going forward and how would that impact the company?
See, so our major procurement is edible oil, which is palm and cotton seed. So that will not impact from this. And our key crop which require is more dal, which normally farm and produce in Rajasthan, which require less rain. So it will not have much impact on us.
Manoj, let's talk about your key product, which is bhujia. The contribution has fallen from 35% in 22 to 33%, just a little bit. Is it just because of the change in product mix, or bhujia demand is plateauing? Because, Vinny and I always speak about the products, and bhujia comes top of the mind as far as your product line is concerned.
No, that's not true. In fact, bhujia has been growing at the fair pace. So the share of business has come down because the way we entered into new category, which is Western snacks, and that's how you would have seen that share of business has moved up by 33%. So earlier it was 6%, which now is at 8%. Similarly, all our new capacities, what we have created, or the factories we have built for ourselves, are producing both Western and also namkeens as well. So that's the reason that they are growing much faster, and hence there's a little slip in the share of business. What we foresee, and as per our business strategy, you will see in another 2 years, it may come down by a couple of percentage more, as both these namkeens and Western snacks will be a higher growing category for us.
Okay, Manoj, in terms of just the competition also is high in the sector, and not just unorganized. You also have niche PE-backed brands coming into those healthy snacking businesses as well. How are you defending yourself in terms of market share? If if you're not increasing, how would you defend at least that market share?
So certainly competition is fairly big, and competition what we see is from both ends, from the top players and also the regional and local players. So certainly that's there because the category is doing well. That's the reason. And there are a lot of things what we continue to do. I mean, be it in terms of S&D, so the guys on the field increasing coverage, making our products available. Also the kind of spends what we continue to do on air coverage. So like Amitabh Bachchan happens to be our brand ambassador. So on media across communication vehicles, that's what we leverage. So these are the initiatives what we keep doing on the front end. And at the back end, a lot of products on the R&D part, so products under development. There's a buzz around healthy snacking. We are now ready with, so we have launched a couple of products which are towards health focus as well.
What are various segments doing right now? If I were to slice them into geography, the rural, urban, even your export part of the basket.
Yeah, so we're seeing recovery across both, be it urban or rural. We've seen reasonably good recovery in both segments. And export is recently currently small for us, so it's close to 3% of our turnover. But yeah, we want to make this big because it's a big opportunity and big Indian diaspora sits in export. And of course, our frozen plant is also coming. We're doing investment in frozen plant. So this is a big category in export market. That's what we are also doing, and it's a big category for us.
Also, Manoj, what in terms of your distribution network, what are the plans to expand that, grow that further? Because you have focused on only the 5-6 states at the moment. So could we see you diversify further in other states as well?
For us, we look at it as 3 Indias, right? So one, we call it core market, which is Rajasthan, Bihar, Assam. These are our core markets, and they contribute to about 72-73% of our business. And now the next a set of states, which are 6 we have identified for ourselves, that's where there is a disproportionate focus. So these are 4 states from north, which is Haryana, Punjab, Delhi, UP, and 2 from South India, which is Karnataka and Telangana. And rest of the states, while we call it as other states, but not that we don't have our distribution setup. We certainly, are not as strong as the competition or the key players are. But I think in last couple of years, the way or the inroads what we have made in these markets are pretty noticeable. I mean, just to share a data point, over last 1 year, we have added about 100,000 outlets in terms of our reach across country. So, and today we are at about 950,000 outlets across country.
All right, time for